Hello there. My name is Ezra Tkach, and I serve here at Malone University as the College Credit Plus and Dual Enrollment Coordinator for the institution. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this brief presentation reviewing our admissions and registration policies and procedures. I have a link down in the description with the corresponding timestamps looking at what I'll be going over this afternoon, and specifically the corresponding links to everything I'll be reviewing. This presentation is not guaranteed, but geared more towards public school students and their high school administrators. So College Credit Plus at Malone is a fun opportunity for students to gain both the high school credits they'll need to graduate, but then also earning college credits at the same time. We ask that our student applicants fill out an online application. It'll take about 20 or so minutes to complete. And I have a link down in the description to our website. And it's a pretty straightforward application. At some point in the process, students will need to contact their high school guidance department and request that they send a copy of their official transcripts to Malone. Now, they can do that through snail mail, through the standard process of parchment, or they can send it via our secure admissions transcripts and important documents Dropbox. It's a long title, I know. And it'll be developed or uploaded right away. So that's a way to expedite your application process. And then in light of everything going on with COVID, completely understand if you have not been able to take the ACT or SAT, no worries. We will not be barred from admissions consideration. So if you have those scores, though, we ask that you send them in, but otherwise, don't sweat it. Malone specifically will be looking at a student's cumulative unweighted high school GPA of 3.0 or above. And in the event that a student has low grades in English and/or math, our admissions committee would be asking a student to provide one or both of the following: a letter of recommendation from a teacher in the subject area under review, and/or additional testing related to that subject area under review. If we request that a student take additional testing, it would be the residual AccuPlacer through our Center for Student Success, the residual AccuPlacer Next Gen. And Malone would be issuing that at no cost to you as a student the first time around. Now, also please be aware that the definition that Malone gives low grades would be courses below a C. So obviously, if you're an A student, nothing to worry about. So timelines and important dates that we'd like you to keep in mind. Specifically, the application for the 2021-22 school year is open November 1st, 2020 through April 30th of 2021. We respectfully ask that you submit all of your corresponding admissions documents prior to that April 30th deadline. Now, I'll put a caveat here. In the past, we've had some students come to us over the summer months while school is not in session, requesting to be a part of the Malone CCP program for the following academic year. In those instances, we defer to their local school districts. If the school district is willing to work with that student, we're more than happy to allow some additional accommodations for them to still apply, even if it's past that April 30th deadline. However, we do strongly recommend that if a student is planning to enroll after April 30th, they submit and complete all of the necessary paperwork prior to July 30th of 2021. So please keep that in mind, July 30th, 2021. Now, the complete to intent, the participation intent form, that would be through your high school guidance department. And if you are reviewing this video, I would sincerely hope you've already gone to your high school's CCP informational meeting night and asked your questions of them specifically related to participation in the program. Now, the registration for classes at Malone for CCP students does not begin until May of 2021. So in the event that you are admitted to our program in January, February, or March, you will be waiting a little bit before being able to schedule your classes for the following academic year. So once you're accepted, you are able to set up your appointment, emailing the Center for Student Success, who does our academic advising, but please keep in mind that it will not be right away. Now, we don't require that returning CCP students attend an orientation. However, we do require that first-year CCP students in our program do. It is by appointment only. That is available July 26th through August 13th. Now, just to give you a heads up what that might look like, it's about a 2-hour time frame. An hour of touring campus. We go over and review a student's schedule so they're familiar with where their classes will be held, where to park, offices and services that are available to them, connecting them with the Center for Student Success and our free peer tutoring services, and then also asking and making sure that they've asked all the appropriate questions and any additional questions that they may have of concern. So that is a great opportunity to be more familiar with campus. And then also in the event, and understandably with COVID-19, if the student is unable to physically come to that orientation, we will provide a virtual opportunity for them to still attend. And then before you know it, fall semester begins on August 30th, and that is a Monday, I believe. MaloneXpress. MaloneXpress is our student user interface. And at the time of acceptance, a student will receive in their admissions packet a student email address, student login credential, and a temporary password. Upon receipt of this information, we ask the student to log in and reset their password, which they'll be prompted to do. They'll also be prompted to set up 3 security questions. And also, I highly recommend that they write all that information down just so they have it in a secure place. In the event that you get locked out of your account or have any issues with the login process, I do have down in the description the contact information for our Malone IT help desk, and you're more than welcome to contact me as well and see if I can't help troubleshoot the issue. Now on MaloneXpress, you as a student will be able to access your student grades and schedules, be able to look things up midterm. You'll be able to access and schedule free peer tutoring and any corresponding student services that you need to utilize. If you have any bills outstanding or questions about things related to tuition, you can also look that up. I can't foresee if you're abiding by the policies of a public school student, you'd ever have to worry about paying any tuition bills, but you would be able to do that via MaloneXpress if you did. And then also academic advising. For CCP students, it's a typical face-to-face or virtual meeting, so you really wouldn't be doing that through MaloneXpress either. But on MaloneXpress, you can view a complete and full course schedule for the upcoming academic terms. Now, as a caveat here, I will emphasize on the application, we cannot require that a student provide their social security number, but we do need that information regarding the end of the term or academic year. At that time, Malone University is required to issue a 1098T form per IRS guidelines, specifically related to that student's academic financial piece. If you have additional questions about that, I'm happy to get you in contact with our business office. But specifically to that point, if we don't have the social security number on file, at some point, if you have enrolled as a student, I would be following up with you to secure that information for that purpose. So just so you have a heads up on that. So class scheduling and books, always an exciting topic. So how we do the academic advising at Malone with the Center for Student Success. Once a student is accepted, they can email the Center for Student Success and set up an appointment, even if it's not going to be for a few months out. At the time of the appointment, we ask a student to have a current copy of their upcoming year's schedule with from the high school, so that the academic advisor can review that with the student and ensure that we're meeting their high school graduation requirements, but also making sure that the schedules don't conflict. I do have a link down in the description of a complete course listing for the upcoming terms. And if there's not the upcoming term that you're looking for, please know that they post it typically a semester in advance. Excuse me. The Center for Student Success would be your resource that you'd want to utilize when looking at your schedule. And if you need to make any adjustments, and they'll also be in contact with your high school administrator and or guidance department to ensure that they are aware of what you're doing when scheduling so that the schedules don't conflict. Now, books. Most of the area public schools and school districts have set up an account with the Malone University Bookstore. If your school treasurer and or guidance department, the person of contact, has not done so and they'd like to, I'm happy to get them connected. Down in the description is the store manager who you wanted to speak with about doing that from the Malone University Bookstore. Now, in the event that they don't want to utilize our bookstore, they can still utilize the bookstore's search engine to determine what course content material a student will need for the specific courses, and then make the appropriate decision of where to purchase those or rent them. If you go to the link down below and then type in the course description and course code for the specific courses you're planning to take, it'll generate what materials you'll need, books, etc. And it's a great resource, so please utilize that. So CCP credits and your post-high school plans. Once a student is accepted to the Malone program, they are not required or do not need to reapply at any time, which is awesome. One less thing you have to do. The only thing we ask for your continued admission is that if you have been enrolled, you pass all of your current Malone coursework. And then at the end of every academic year, you send us a copy of your high school transcript once it's been updated with the appropriate grades from the prior academic year. Specifically, if you're in need of any additional information regarding that, obviously you can contact your guidance department. Now, for everyone, as a part of our College Credit Plus program in doing the academic advising, we strongly encourage students that it's never too early to look into their career and calling as far as a vocation. And one of the free services we offer is a skills assessment inventory by way of our Pendle Hill Pledge and the PathwayU form. So if you want to drop down to that link, it'll basically, it's a questionnaire. They'll ask you questions about what you enjoy doing, your hobbies, skills that you currently possess, and then it'll generate several ideas for you to further pursue and follow up on regarding career industries specific to those interests. It's a great resource, highly recommend it. We use it with our traditional undergraduate population as a part of that program, and it is a great tool as far as springboarding you on a path for career outcomes. So if you have a chance, fill that out. Now, seniors, if you are currently accepted to the Malone CCP program, and if you are currently enrolled be aware that you are automatically given admissions considerations for traditional undergraduate admission. The committee here at Malone will follow up with a academic packet, and just letting you know that at some point in the fall of your senior year, October timeframe historically. And if you are specifically interested in a program or major here at Malone, please reach out, let us know, and we'll be happy to send you specifics about that major and connect you with the faculty in that department. It's never too early too, if you're looking to pursue a degree whilst in high school, abiding by the ODE guidelines and also your high school graduation requirements. We've had several students in the past who have started their undergraduate degrees here at Malone while still in high school. And that does cut down on the time that you'll still be in college after you've graduated from high school. So keep that in mind if it's something of interest. And then transcripts. After the completion of your time here at Malone, if you need an official copy of your Malone University transcripts, feel free to contact the Office of the Registrar. I have a link down below and the appropriate form you'll need to fill out to request those transcripts. I think that about does it. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out or have your high school administrator reach out, and I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. Thank you for staying with me and enjoying this presentation, and I hope you have a most delightful rest of your day. Take care.